Welcome, finally, to Dishonored 2. The series that has been by far the longest time coming. Because I wanted to start this series in fall 2016. It's now summer 2017. Because this game is so bloody heavy for no apparent reason that I could not run it on my computer. But I recently finally upgraded my computer, so let's finally get into this. Let's start a new game, because yeah, I tried the opening. This is a blind let's play, except for maybe the first 30 minutes or so. So, let's move to that one. Oh, you can customize it. I'm going just for medium. I want the normal experience. So, let's finally get started. Yes, let's start with the tutorial, because, well, I want to play the entire game. 0. Dunwall, 1837, 1852. Eternally Coldwin, ruler of the Empire of the Isles. You have numerous enemies. Your father is Lord Corvo Atano, infamous Rolson, protector and spy master. In the years since you took the throne, Corvo has spent many hours training you in the arts of stealth and combat.
I remember training with my father in the years after the rat plague. Someday, he said, our enemies will come for you. The sounds and smells of Dunwall never change much. This is my city.
This all feels so...
What training regimen does Father have in store for me today?
It still all feels like Dishonored.
All right, Majesty. Let's see what you can do.
I've got a slide.
Hurry.
Easy as cake.
Yeah, this is the part that I played quite a few times over already. So.
You'll have to sprint, vault the obstacle, then slide under.
So yeah, the parkour in this game is really good.
What's next?
So yeah, I've been trying... I can say that these things feel really good because, well, I have played an opening part a lot to test if if it runs nicely. And as you probably have noticed, this is, well, as you might have noticed, this is running at 30 FPS. Because, well, okay, so I can zoom faster. And I have also vertical movement now. Awesome. But yeah, I played the opening so many times that I'm now very familiar with that. So they didn't change that. They didn't change that you climb the way you are looking. It's not just...
Only I could spend every day running and jumping. Now to test my agility.
Come to me. You've learned well. Let's see how quiet you are, young lady.
Stealth. The crouch, stealth mode, crouching down and walking silently. Efficient. Invisibility in stealth mode is greatly reduced. Stay behind cover and stay out of sight to avoid being detected. Enemies are slow to detect you in stealth mode, especially when you are further away from them, above them, or at the edge of their peripheral vision, and in shadows. So this means more at distance. So
sneak up on me, if you can.
Awareness. Yeah, I didn't quite predict him turning around.
If you're quick enough with the chokehold, that's one more person who gets to wake up and go home. That's my girl.
Alright.
Don't let me hear you or see you.
Didn't see anything at all.
Most people won't notice you if you're above them, overhead. Use cover to stay out of sight.
In the words of Corvo Attano, hidden like a secret, quiet as the sunset.
Sounds good.
Remember, a pistol will wake up everyone in the building. Your crossbow is quiet.
Hill Faithful Crossbow. Both a friend to those who play lethal and non-lethal. Yeah. Do I have a zoom button?
Perfect shot.
Doesn't quite seem like it.
Time for some more weapons and combat training. Let's beat each other up, shall we? Yes. You hit hard. That's my daughter. When someone swings a sword at you, block. Good. Well done. Very good. You've got a natural instinct for fighting. If you time your block right, you'll throw an enemy off balance.
So yeah, I'm not talking a lot at the moment because, well, they basically do all the talking that I need.
You're quick. Smart move. You can choke an enemy out, even in combat.
So yeah, this is a really nice move. It's really cool that they give you this option in just something like a one-on-one fight.
Feel better knowing you can take care of yourself. When trouble does finally come, you're ready to fight.
1. A long day in Dunwall. Today marked the anniversary of the death of Empress Jessamine Goldwyn, assassinated 15 years ago. Visitors from across the Empire of the Isles have journeyed to Dunwall Tower for the occasion. So yeah, at this point not a lot can surprise me, just yet. I'll tell you when things start to be completely new to me.
Why do we celebrate the anniversary of an assassination? 15 years ago, in the middle of a plague that nearly destroyed Dunwall, a paid killer assaulted the palace where I was born and stabbed my mother in the heart. In the aftermath, the men who sent the assassin tried to use me as a pawn in a game of power. They would have succeeded, but my father, Corvo Attano, hunted them down and cut their conspiracy to pieces. All these years later, am I the ruler my mother wanted me to be? Now, we face a new crisis. A monster the papers are calling the Crown Killer has been picking off my enemies and dressing it up like my father and I are responsible. I don't know whether to get on a ship and sail to the opposite side of the world, or to have everyone around me executed.
Yeah, I think that falling into doubt is the last thing you should do, though. That's exactly what they want.
Watch your step, Majesty.
I'm not looking forward to all the ceremony today.
Your signet ring. There, you're ready.
Thank you, Alexei. Open the doors.
All hail Her Imperial Majesty, Emily Caldwin.
Loyal subjects, we're going through a difficult time, but today we honor my mother, the late Jessamine Caldwin. May her memory survive through the ages.
Emily,
You look tired, Father.
every year I think the anniversary of Jessamine's death will be easier, but it never is.
I wish Mother was still the Empress. I don't think I'm very good at this.
You're still learning. Don't worry about the rabble-rousers, and we'll catch the Crown Killer, eventually.
People are saying it's you. That these assassinations are a misguided effort to protect me.
No, someone's trying to make us look guilty by targeting your enemies.
I wish I could just run away from all this.
Sometimes you do. You think I don't know about your nights out on the rooftops? Courage. The ceremony will be over soon.
Royal Protector and Father. I should have passed a law against that combination of titles years ago.
Your Majesty, before we begin the day's observances, we have an unexpected visitor, the Duke of Serkonos.
Ramsay says the Duke is bringing special gifts.
That's intriguing.
His Grace Luca Abel, Duke of Serkonos!
Mechanical soldiers? Amazing.
What is this, Ramsay? I didn't authorize those things.
And
Your
those
Imperial
things just look
Majesty and Royal
friendly.
Protector Corvo Attano, a native of our homeland. Serkonos offers condolences on this sorrowful day, and gifts to remind you of our nation, the rising star on the southern horizon.
We thank you, Your Grace.
Save your thanks. For now, I give you the greatest gift of all, family. I present the lost sister of Jessamine Caldwin, your rightful empress, Delilah Caldwin.
Impossible.
My mother had a sister?
My dearest niece, hello.
It's not true.
My father was Emperor Yuhorn Jacob Caldwin, and Jessamine was my younger sister. At the time of her death, I wasn't ready to make myself known to you, and I was forced to leave Dunwall. But now I'm home.
If you really are my mother's sister, you're welcome to stay as long as you like.
Little sparrow, blackened by bad memories, I'm here to relieve you of your crown. My father's promise, whispered in secret so many years ago, is now fulfilled.
Watch your tongue. Emily Caldwin is the daughter of Empress Jessamine Caldwin.
Royal Protector. How naive to think you could get away with these murders. Living in my palace has protected you, but that's over. Hear me, all of you. Your rightful Empress has returned.
All hail the Empress Delilah, first of her name. Arrest Emily Caldwin and her father for the Crown Killer murder.
What?
Sword can't still my heart.
Alright, first off, if you noticed the cut there, that was because, well, for some reason, the action scene did not want to play out very nicely, so I'll maybe have to try to record that again and then put it over it. Secondly, Delilah Copperspoon, because that is her real name, she talked with an echo, probably some kind of spell or something to make people believe what she said. Thirdly, even if she was the sister of Jessamine Caldwin, she still wouldn't become an empress now. I mean, yes, she would be first in line over Jessamine then, but Jessamine was already crowned empress, meaning that she would stay empress, and after that her daughter would become empress, not her sister. Her sister would only become empress if Emily had died. And now fourthly, the more interesting thing, I'll probably play as Emily Caldwin, because, well, for one, I want that story to happen. I really liked Emily in the first game, and yeah, that's just the thing I'm going for. That was the plan I had even before the game was out. That's a year ago now. So, let's finally do this.
Cast you in cold marble.
Oh boy.
Sweet girl, over time you'll come to love me. Perhaps someday you'll see me as the mother you lost. But until then, you'll be kept out of trouble.
I'll lock Lady Emily in her chambers, then I'll bring her to Cauldron's prison until the trial.
Jesus Christ, is that really necessary?
My father lost it all when I was a boy, so now I wear this uniform, and I send 20-year-olds out to patrol the rose gardens instead of drinking with the men from the shooting club.
Captain Ramsey, I heard shouting. Lady Emily, what happened?
It'll be all Captain Mayhew.
No!
So that's the Royal Protector's fancy weapon. What kind of sword folds in half?
The type of sword that's going to give you a lot of trouble.
There's a legend in the Tower Guard about the Empress's last resort, a safe room inside her chambers holding enough gold to buy a good-sized island. They say that this ring is one of the only 2 keys to exist.
And the other would of course be on Corvo's hand, which is slightly inaccessible now.
What happened? Alexei. The throne room. Father. Nothing I can do alone. I need to get out of here.
Alright, so... a letter from Advice Helmswater. Empress, we face yet another murder, and I cannot remain silent on this matter. Strange is it not that all the victims have openly opposed you? If not strange, then oh so very convenient. Is there anything you wish to tell me, Majesty? How can I be an advisor if you don't include me in these most sensitive of endeavors? I feel I must be the only person in Dunwall who doesn't know the truth about the Crown Killer. Don't leave me out in the cold. I remain your trustful servant and advisor, Leonora Helmswater. You think that everybody else, of course, thinks that, yeah, if the enemies of somebody all get murdered, then of course the person they were against is the one who did it. Which is not the case. If it was, it would probably be a lot harder to track them down. Corvo knows how to make people disappear. Ship launch protocol. Empress. After the Royal Protector's shakedown cruise, will launch the ISS Jessamine Goldwyn just before the anniversary of your mother's passing, pending your approval, of course. On the platform we'll have a bottle of Green Street brandy tied to a long tether that you will release to swing out against the hull. What you say during the ceremony is, of course, up to you, but here are some ideas intended to serve as food for thought. Basically, we want you to say this, but we can't make you. May a brisk wind hurry you to shores near, far and fair. May you shelter your crew from the perils of the terrible ocean. May you always sail for Bristol, true of heart and homeward bound. Yours faithfully, Advisor Wainwright. Well, we might take you up on that offer.
How many times have I looked at that skyline? It feels like everything just changed.
Yeah, that's a very familiar skyline. Dunwall definitely has its own aesthetic going on.
Delilah's...
Lady... Where's the Royal Protector?
There's a coup underway. My father is... he's imprisoned, for lack of a better word.
You've got to get out of the tower. Through your safe room. There was a captain earlier today, down at the docks, looking for the Royal Protector. Find her. Get out of Dunwall.
Alexei, I'm sorry. Goodbye.
I fear that farewell is a better description. Alright, so... yeah, so this game is, well... I'm still relatively, this is still a very blind let's play.
If I have two, I give him one. I still got one.
These bastards are working with Ramsey and the Duke of Serkonos.
You're coming with me, buddy. Surprisingly, I don't have an awful lot of patience with people who try to murder them. Well, no, they didn't try to murder me just yet. Protector. And yes, of course, because just like in the other Let's Plays I have of Dishonored, I'm going to read everything. The Royal Protector. Historical records of government, Positions and ranks. Adenum. Corvo Attano, accused of assassinating the Empress he was sworn to protect, how unlikely he would not only overcome this shame, but then redeem himself so fully as to be named Royal Protector to yet another Empress. Those of us at the College of Histories were too fast to use pen against him. Yet let us not blame historians, for the evidence against Tano was nearly overwhelming. First, he was the only Royal Protector ever to have been born of an owl other than Gristle. His foreignness is not itself a crime, but evident to the superstition, the most forgiving of which was that he lacked the capacity to fully understand his duties. Second, he was caught quite red-handed with bloodied weapons, kneeling over the body of Jessamine Caldwin. Of course, it turned out that even this damning evidence was part of a clever plot to destroy the Empress and remove Attano from interfering with the ongoing plans of the Lord Regent's conspirators. And while I admit to publishing what are now clearly incorrect conclusions regarding Corvo Attano, I will not, as some of my colleagues have done, resign my position at our veritable organization, but instead I reinsert myself in the endeavors of weeding out facts from fictions to produce the most salient histories possible. Okay, we have somebody over there. Well, that's too bad. Because what you're going to... Oh, damn. Hopefully this is... I was going to ask, where did you stop?
Traitors.
God knows why I allowed them to live. Probably because fair trial is probably far worse than a quick murder. How does a life in the whatever it was called, prison sound? And once again I'm going into the menu to see what on earth did they bind the zoom key to. Spyglass. I don't have my spyglass yet.
The throne room blocked off. We should have the time we need. Just stay here and stall anyone who comes by. I'll be back when I've searched the royal chambers, assuming I don't accidentally lock myself in this damn safe room.
We'll cover for you if anyone from the Duke's party returns. This is exciting. Everything's changing.
Yes, the natural order is reasserting itself. The Ramseys once hosted the King and Queen of Morley. Did you know that? I spent my childhood playing with the Buntings and the Boyles, the cream of society.
And very soon you'll be back at the top, Captain.
So he's coming over here, meaning that... we are going to lay a nice little ambush on him. Okay, that was not the way I wanted to land.
This won't leave my hand again.
That looks like a nice hand to punch with right now. Can you imagine punching with that ring? Well, no, actually that would probably hurt Emily more than it would hurt the person who is actually stuck with it, because the ring is so incredibly thin. So yeah, I wanted to do it landing like that, but that didn't quite happen. But that is exactly the reason why I am such a fan of the basically combat stun and choke. Alright, we have one guy over there. Where's the other guy? No. There's no need of that.
Huh?
Who opened this door?
Oh, maybe the wind or something.
Oh, sure, yeah, he knows how to talk.
Alright. And I have nothing. Okay, they definitely improved the AI a lot.
Nothing then.
Previously, they definitely would not have been this hard to evade. And remember, that's my experience compared to Dishonored 2 that I played, Dishonored 1 that I played last time, on the highest difficulty. But instead of just a normal fake difficulty, that added. This is actually true difficulty. Yes, please walk over here.
Put in a request for new boots, and what did I get? The sock. One useless sock.
Come on. I can't track you over that, really?
This shirt reeks. I gotta get a spare uniform.
So...
Hey, where did you go?
Where?
Someone was supposed to keep watch here. Fine, I'll do it.
Okay, it's good that I moved back.
Killed for their loyalty to me. Damn the Duke of Serkonos. Damn Delilah. Look at this place.
That was so nice. Not 10 minutes ago, or I heavily overestimate how fast I do this.
Father, I don't know how, but I'll make this right. I promise. Watch over me. Grant me the strength I need.
Oh boy. Well, I really did that for no particular reason. So, let's get into the safe room.
Anton Sokolov made this lock.
He always was a clever one, wasn't he?
Now you've got what you wanted, Ramsey. The Imperial suite atop Dunwall Tower. Stay put until this is all set straight, Ramsey. Enjoy the rations and well water, sleeping next to a fortune.
Live happily next to this fortune that you wanted so badly. Being able to touch it for maybe weeks. And then find out and know that you'll never be able to use it. Bone Charms. Excerpt from a book on sailing traditions and Chrism Shaw.